Wait, is EJ DiMera actually going to lose the hospital to Gwen Rizchek? And hold on a second, did Tate Black just find the exact evidence EJ planted to frame Holly Jonas for her own poisoning? Are you kidding me? Welcome back to Peacock TV Spoilers, your absolute favorite home for all things Salem. Today is a beautiful Friday, and we are gearing up for an explosive end to the week. The drama hitting our screens on July 17th is going to change the landscape of this town forever. If you are obsessed with the DiMera family chaos and the Kiriakis' corporate wars, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's jump straight into the madness. Let's start with the absolute mess happening between Abe Carver and his son, Theo Carver. On Friday, July 17th, Abe is going to sit down and apologize to Theo for conspiring with EJ DiMera and keeping secrets from him. But let me tell you, Theo is not having it. Theo is hungover, he is miserable, and he is in absolutely no mood to forgive his father. Theo is feeling completely underestimated by everyone in Salem right now. He feels like people just look at him as the good DiMera and assume he won't fight back. And honestly, I think Theo has every right to be furious. Abe should know better than to ever trust EJ DiMera with anything, let alone family business. If you ask me, the writers are setting Theo up for a massive character shift. We have watched Theo be the sweet, forgiving guy for years. But Stefano DiMera's blood runs through his veins. Let's be real for a second. Theo has been pushed around, lied to, and manipulated by his own uncle. And with the absolutely devastating news about Lexi Carver's failing health about to hit them like a freight train, Theo is going to spiral. Lexi is dying all over again because of EJ and Dr. Rolf's botched serum. When Theo realizes that EJ's arrogance cost him his mother for a second time, that good DiMera label is going to vanish. I honestly believe Theo is going to use his massive wealth and inheritance to completely destroy EJ. He might even fund Gabi Hernandez's corporate war at Titan just out of pure, unadulterated spite. And you know what? I am entirely here for a dark, vengeful Theo Carver. Speaking of vengeful, we have to talk about the absolute train wreck that is Alex Kiriakis and Stephanie Johnson. On Friday, Alex is finally going to confront Stephanie about the horrific stunt she pulled. We all know Stephanie intercepted and deleted a frantic voicemail from Joy Wesley regarding a real medical emergency with baby Kelsey. Alex is going to rip into Stephanie about her toxic attitude toward the mother of his child. And look, I am the first person to say that Stephanie's actions were completely irredeemable. You do not mess with a baby's health just because you are feeling insecure in your marriage. Stephanie crossed a massive line, and her marriage to Alex is basically dead in the water at this point. But hold on a second. As much as I want to drag Stephanie, we need to look at Alex's history here. Does anyone remember what Alex did to Stephanie a few years ago? When Kayla Brady was literally on her deathbed, Alex turned off Stephanie's phone so he could sleep with her without Chad DiMera interrupting them. He made Stephanie miss what she thought were her mother's final moments. So I am sitting here screaming at my television, hoping the writers let Stephanie bring this up. I want Stephanie to look Alex dead in the eye and remind him of his own psychotic phone stunt. It would be so incredibly petty, but it would be so valid. It doesn't erase the fact that Stephanie just endangered a child, but it absolutely highlights the massive hypocrisy in this relationship. They are both incredibly toxic, and I think they just need to sign the divorce papers and walk away. Robert Scott Wilson and Abigail Klein are acting their hearts out, but these characters are a disaster together. Meanwhile, let's pivot to the teen scene, because the drama is overflowing. Ariana Horton is going to pay a visit to Holly Jonas to catch up. These two have so much baggage to unpack. Ari is going to vent to Holly about her mother, Gabi Hernandez. Ari just found out that Gabi bribed Liam Selejko to ghost her and leave town, and now Gabi is moving out. Gabi is always scheming, and it always blows up in her face, so this is classic Gabi behavior. But Holly has her own massive problems to share. Holly is going to tell Ari all about the Coriseal poisonings and the nightmare she is living through. She desperately needs a friend right now, and hopefully Ari actually believes her about the pills. But things are about to go from bad to worse for Holly. That very same day, Tate Black is going to go snooping, and he finds pills hidden inside Holly's bag. We all know exactly what those pills are. They are Coriseal, and EJ DiMera planted them there to frame this innocent teenager. When Tate confronts her and asks to talk about it, Holly absolutely explodes. She screams that they aren't hers, and Sarah Horton is standing right there to witness the entire meltdown. I feel so bad for Holly. She looks incredibly sketchy, and nobody is going to believe that the CEO of DiMera Enterprises broke into her bag to plant drugs. Here at Peacock TV, spoilers, we've been tracking this storyline, and we think EJ's villain era is reaching a boiling point. Dan Feierigel is absolutely killing it as this ruthless, psychopathic version of EJ, framing a teenager who has already been through so much trauma is a new low, even for him. EJ thinks he is so untouchable right now, celebrating his little cover-up, while Sarah and Brady Black are actively digging their own graves, trying to expose him. But EJ's arrogance is blinding him to the massive target on his back. He thinks he can control the narrative, but he is about to get hit where it hurts the most, his wallet and his power. That brings us to the biggest bombshell of the episode. Kayla Brady Johnson is going to march right up to EJ with Xander Cook Kyriakis standing right there to witness it and deliver some devastating news. Kayla tells EJ that the state medical board is officially revoking his ownership rights to the hospital. Wow. EJ's face is going to be priceless. He thought he owned Salem University Hospital, but his direct connection to the Coriseal scandal and the tainted drugs has finally caught up with him. But let's break down the business logistics of this, because soap opera corporate law is always wild. The state board can't just steal a hospital from a billionaire without paying him out. They are going to need a buyer to step in and purchase EJ's shares to officially push him out. And we already know from Summer Sweep spoilers that EJ tries to fire Sarah Horton soon. So, does the revocation get overturned? Or does EJ fire Sarah in a fit of rage right before the ink dries on the board's decision? I am predicting a massive twist here. Who has a ton of money and a massive grudge against EJ DiMera? Gwen Rischek. Gwen has been dealing with EJ's dirty tactics, and she is hungry for power. This could be Gwen's absolute green light to buy the hospital right out from under EJ. Imagine the look on his face if Gwen walks into his office, slaps down a check, and laughs in his face as she takes control of the hospital. It would be poetic justice. EJ has spent months treating everyone like garbage, and losing his prized hospital to someone he views as a peasant would completely break his ego. The stakes have literally never been higher. We have Theo ready to snap, Stephanie and Alex tearing each other apart, Holly being framed for a crime she didn't commit, and EJ's empire crumbling at his feet. Salem is a powder keg right now, and Friday's episode is the match that is going to light it all up. So I have to ask you guys, whose side are you on in the Alex and Stephanie war? Do you think Stephanie is justified in bringing up Alex's past phone stunt, or is she completely out of line? And how much would you love to see Gwen Rizchek buy the hospital and kick EJ to the curb? Jump down into the comments and let me hear your wildest predictions. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Make sure you subscribe to Peacock TV Spoilers for all your daily recaps, breaking news, and deep dives. I will see you all in the next video.